So, greetings people of the world, Matthias Griffin back with you as we continue on with Day 6 of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker live here on Twitch. So our Warrior of Light Rika is chilling out here in a cabin here in Camp Broken Glass, and she is going to be ready to be on her way to help out with some of the side quests in and around the area. And apparently people consider this to be a nice place to chill in. Yeah, provided that the Guardians don't strike first. But, in any event, we got a few side quests to take care of here. Not that many, but why don't we go ahead and get things started with it. Beginning with Ambakai, who appears to be representing the Mole. So let's go and speak with him to take on our next side quest entitled Under Lock and Code. Ambakai has a need for your ability to solve problems. Or rather, your ability to help others solve problems.
I beg your pardon, but I hear you're a woman of the world. We have a slight problem and your knowledge might help us solve it. Actually, they came to me first, but when it comes to anything other than the martial arts, I'm unable to provide much in the way of assistance. I did, however, offer to find someone who can, so hopefully I may yet make myself useful. A man of the Maelstrom is over by the storeroom, no doubt scratching his head as we speak. I'd sure he'd benefit from your wisdom.
Alright then.
And how will my wisdom help this particularly perturbed Maelstrom officer as it's described out?
Hello there, sir.
I was told someone come to help, but I never thought it would be you.
Well, now that you're here, I'd like you to take a look at this container we recovered from the Magna Glockes. Yeah, I need to remember to pronounce it that way. It was one of several, in fact, and though we've succeeded in cracking the others open, this stubborn bugger refuses to yield. All I know is a four-letter password is needed to unlock it. What that might be, I haven't the foggiest idea. There might be someone around here who either knows what it is, or can point us in the right direction. Could you try asking around for me? I guess I can. 3 people might possibly give us the information we need. Beginning with Halcyon, the Almegan Resistance. Yeah, can you help out?
Sorry, I don't know the exact code, but given that the container belonged to the 3rd Legion, perhaps the password has some sort of significance to them?
Maybe. We can always find out. Who's the next person we need to speak to? I guess we have to gain more information, and once we do, we'll bring him back over to the guy from the Maelstrom. So, let's see who else can possibly give us the information required. Running across the length of the encampment here. Willem, let's see if you know anything about getting into Garlean lockboxes.
I understand it's common for people to choose dates and so forth of special importance as their password. As for members of the 3rd, nothing springs to mind. Perhaps an anniversary or something along those lines?
Maybe. And while we're here, we might also speak with the gemstone trader, here's Zawaba, to check out things with you and see what you're offering. And now how about we... Oh, you're not someone who I can speak with. But maybe this 3rd Legion Decurion who we detained will clue us in. Unless they're actually on our side now. Hello there. Yeah, we need you to do something for us.
Container? Sorry, I've never had much to do with them. But if you're after clues that could lead you to the password, a little background information on the 3rd Legion might be of use.
Oh, so are you gonna give it to us or not?
It was formed in the 1st year of Emperor Solus's reign, and spent the first few decades engaged in campaigns across the northern territories. In the 42nd year for its exemplary service to the Empire, it was assigned a new role, the protection of the capital, a far more prestigious position.
1 in 42, huh? Or maybe it's just 42. I mean, we did get some possible information from someone in my FC that said 42 is an important number. Maybe this is what they were talking about. So back over to the Maelstrom officer. Yeah, let me tell you about it. If this belonged to the 3rd Legion, they'd be the ones to pick the password. Most likely make it easy to remember. That information we got about the history of the Legion might be a lead worth following, but we have no way of entering numbers, only letters. So what do we do? Wait, that's it! Garlian numerals! Let's see. If 3 is written as I, then... If I take 42... Hold on. XLII? Is that right? Worth a try, I suppose. Yeah, because they do everything in Roman numerals. It worked! Ha ha! Now to inspect our treasure! Which appears to be a guardian flag. What the bloody else is this? A flag? Why would they bother keeping a thing like this locked away? It obviously means a lot to them, or else why would they lock it up? Well, I'll not pretend I understand their ways. Let's just assume they have a good reason for treating a bit of cloth with such reverence. Probably best leave it here undisturbed, as I have no intention of offending anyone. Could I ask you to pass on word of what we found? Oh, and thanks for your help. Alright, I guess. Let's head on back to Ambakai. Around the corner and let them know what we found. So, has the investigation finally reached its conclusion? Yeah, and there wasn't much to talk of. A Gallian flag. We'd be wise to treat it with respect. The chain it bears represents the unity between the people of the Empire. A unity that is all but lost. That's very profound. To think that this banner would be locked away rather than raised proudly. A relic of Garlemald's past. Though they have long been our enemies, to see its people brought so low. Forgive me, I've overspoken much. Though the search did not uncover any resources to speak of, at least the mystery of the locked container can be laid to rest. You have our thanks. And so, in doing that, we'll take our 178,200 experience points because we're now level 84, and 815 gil. So, let's move on. So, we passed by June here from the Order of the Twin Adder before, so let's go ahead and speak with her to take on the next side quest entitled Heroes All. With treatment of the Tempered continuing apace, who will care for the carers? Could you spare a few moments to assist me? Certainly. The situation's rather dire, I'm afraid. Even now, our healers continue to treat the Imperial troops encountered on the Magna Glakis, and prolonged use of curative magics has pushed them beyond their limits. To make matters worse, spending so much time around the Tempered, with all their raving and thrashing about, takes its toll on their carers. I dare say a few words of encouragement from the champion of Eorzea will help raise their spirits. I also have a few bottles of ether to alleviate their fatigue. Would you mind distributing these among the healers? I believe I can do that. Yeah, we had warming tinctures before, although they didn't get put to much use. And now we have warming ethers. So it looks like everyone is outside the settlement, or at least on the outskirts of it. We have this weary mole healer. Let's give him one. Oh, I've seen you before. You fought bravely at the Nadam, as I recall. Actually, you mistook me for my female contemporary, Corinne. And you come bearing gifts. Yeah, I need to tell you what this is for. Yes, treating the Tempered is a lot harder than I'd imagined. Before we came here, I'd only heard rumors of the condition. But to see it with my own eyes, no one deserves that. No one. That's why the work we do is so important. Once I have finished resting, as I was ordered, I shall return to the patients. I thank you for your kindness. And then over here, representing Gridania, a fatigued conjurer. Here you go. The Warrior of Light, it is an honor to meet you. Yeah, at least use this on yourself. Oh, I'm just doing my job is all. No need to thank me.
Well, truth be told, it's beginning to wear on me bit by bit.
Yeah, you have been doing a lot.
I once lost a friend to tempering, and every time we managed to cure one of the afflicted, I'm reminded of those we couldn't save. If only we had a way of treating them before they were... No, I mustn't let such thoughts cloud my mind, and we're all very grateful for the work of the Sons in creating this treatment. For my part, I'll do everything in my power to save as many lives as possible.
And then, finally, over here, probably inside... Let's see if our third person is indeed inside. Maybe hiding around here? In this little parts? No, they are outside. Alright. Yeah, you can... They set it up in such a way that you're never sure if they're on one side of the wall or if they're on the other side of the wall. Yeah, we have a despondent conjurer from Gridania. Hello there. Can I help you?
Sorry, I was a bit distracted.
Well, this is to help you out.
You wouldn't believe some of the things I've seen. Those poor bastards calling out to Varsol's salvation, wailing out anthem praising the Empire, and then there's this screaming. Gods, I can still hear them. But I mustn't let that stop me from fulfilling my duty. I'll fill my ears with wax if I have to, and once I get this ether down my neck, I'll return to my post.
Yeah, some of these people are still discouraged at the Guardians, even after everything that they've gone through, still maintain their loyalty. I mean, you can't fault them for doing that, but even then they have to realize that they need to do something else in order to deal with their situation. June.
You finished your rounds then. Did the healers have anything to share?
Well, this is what they told us.
It's worse than I thought. Even the tempered we'd seen in our homelands did little to prepare us for the sheer numbers we encountered here. Killing them all may appear to be an insurmountable task, but we must try. That's why maintaining morale and the well-being of our healers is so important, and you've made a valuable contribution. I'd like you to have this by way of thanks.
So in addition to the experience and the 735 gil, we receive an island meat kebab. So this appears to be a mage DPS food to be consumed. Alright, let's see who else needs us. They'll be on the opposite side of the Aetherites. So let's see if we can help out, beginning with Ilette, representing the Temple Knights of Ishgard. Let's speak with her to take on her quest entitled Bear Baiting. Man-eating bears stalk the ice fields, and Ilette has a mind to turn the tables, but not quite as one would expect.
Just the person I was hoping to see. Might I interest you in a little hunting?
Sure.
It's bears I'm after. If you've never tried their meat, I thoroughly recommend it. They're far from the easiest of prey, though I dare say you've faced much worse. If you're game, here's the plan. First, we lure them out with this deer meat, which is also laced with sleeping potion. Then it's a simple matter of walking over and offering them in the manner of your choosing. What could be simpler? Here are 3 ample servings of prime venison. Be sure to let the concoction take effect before swooping in to claim your prize.
Very well then. Hey Bubba, welcome to the stream, glad to have you with us. Sedative laced venison at the designated locations. Alright, let's go. So running down the snowy hills, and yeah, we see some sampling of the bears that we're gonna have to be dealing with. Gonna have to put them down, then so be it. Yeah, here's our destination, or at least one of them. So let's throw this down. And then there's another spot over here. Yeah, thankfully we don't need to worry about fighting sprites.
Yeah, we've already seen a lot this morning. And there'll be more to look forward to this afternoon and indeed this evening too. Also, that bridge is broken. Yeah, we can see the remnants of the gap in that bridge down on the ground. Alright, go. Yeah, ultimately someone gets pissed off, so... A ludicrously massive bear is what we gotta fight, huh? Well, as I'm letting him get the first hit in. Yeah, let's not screw around for too long. Luckily for me, I still have my Stardiver, rather. And we didn't set off the sprite, so I'm going to try and do everything I can to avoid tempting fate. Take this. And then take that too. Down you go. Ugh. Alright, so let's...
I see you are still in possession of a full set of limbs, which can only mean the hunt was a success. Truth be told, I heard from others in the field that the bear you encountered was rather more lively than we anticipated, and a fair bit bigger.
Well, yeah, he was pretty big.
What? You felt that brute all by yourself?
Well, along with my chocobo.
Most impressive. Though it would appear that the sleeping potion provided by Lord Madeleine was considerably less effective than he led us to believe. As he tells it, he adopted this approach after incurring the wrath of his Lord Father for his inability to master more sporting methods. He spoke of his exploits with some pride despite the tales hardly painting him in a favorable light. Still, in our present situation, we must forego the thrill of the hunt and select the means that present the surest way to success, underhanded though they may be.
I suppose.
Regrettably, the bears of this region are entirely immune to the formula, or perhaps there was something wrong with it to begin with. In any case, no harm done, eh? To you, I mean, not the bears, obviously.
So we'll take our experience in 735 gil. Well, yeah, I guess they had more important things to worry about. And so, finally, as far as side quests go for now in Camp Broken Glass, let's speak with this contingent quartermaster to take on the quest entitled Your Inventory is Not Full. Keeping tabs on its supplies does not appear to be the Ilsebard contingent's forte. Uh-oh. Yeah, where's the chain of custody in all this? I have an important task to perform, and by that I mean having someone else perform. Well, that's why we're here. Yes, what's going on there, sir? I've been lumbered with the unenviable duty of keeping inventory of supplies brought by each delegation. Though weaponry and basic provisions have been accounted for, I can't say the same for what might be considered creature comforts. Maybe you need to speak with Arcade Fire? You see, even the most frivolous of things can make a huge difference out here in the frozen wastes. So I'm trying to put together a list of the luxury goods at our disposal. Seeing as though you're on good terms with practically everyone here, better than me at any rate, perhaps you could help. Okay then. Much appreciated. I've already sent one of my subordinates to speak with the Maelstrom, Temple Knights, and Olemegan Resistance. I'll need you to off the remaining groups, namely the Twin Outers, the Immortal Flames, and our Far Eastern allies. Any information you can bring me will be most welcome. You got it, sir. So, let's see who needs to be spoken to first. Likely around the bend here, we'll find Minuki, representing the Mole. Actually, he's not from the Mole, he is just from the Ruby Sea territory. So yeah, is Suino Sato finally helping us out?
There is one thing that springs to mind. We brought several bolts of felt, which might seem a bit odd to some. Most people don't realize how effective it is in keeping the cold out and the warm in, and that's not all. We use it in everything from clothing to our yurts, and even for patching up wounds. Of course, we're more than willing to share it with the rest of the contingent. We also have a whole crate of what you might call warming stones in the common tongue. Hold one in your hands and you'll see what I mean. There are plenty of those to go around as well.
Yeah, probably taken from your volcanic isles, I would imagine. In the meantime, over here, we do have Kochacha representing the Immortal Flames. Hello there. Can I help you with anything?
Let me see. Other than the usual material, we also have a number of tents donated by Lord Lolorito.
Yeah, I guess he really has shed his skin in a way, hasn't he?
A few of them have been pitched around the camp, and you might be interested to know that they were woven by Adamegan refugees. We're all glad that they found meaningful employment, and the quality of their work speaks for itself. We do appear, however, to have overestimated how many tents we would need, and find ourselves with a surplus of cloth. We soon discovered, however, that when folded up, the tent sheets make for surprisingly good bedding. I'd be happy to donate a few.
Well, that sounds like a good idea. And then over this way. Going on past the representatives and heading over back to June again. Hey June, is there anything else you need?
Creature comforts? Well, we did bring a large shipment of tea leaves provided by the Colon Canopy.
Ah, Mother Miyun, always helping out as she always does.
Mother Miyun and Fafucha both agreed that there's no better way to stave off the cold than a nice hot brew, and I can personally attest to that. We have enough for everyone if they've a mind to try it.
Alright. Yeah, it seems like all these creature comforts are turning out to be necessities. I guess the quartermaster has underestimated their value. Maybe he'll realize how important they are when we get back to him. Do the others have anything to share? Indeed they do, sir, and this is what they're telling you. Yes, that'll do nicely. What's more, the Temple Knights, Maelstrom, and Adamegan Resistance have had a fair few useful supplies of their own, so my list of creature comforts is a lot longer than I was expecting. In all honesty, I was worried that taking in all those Imperials might put everyone, including them, in a very unfavorable position. Even those of us most committed to the cause might find it hard to put the needs of our former enemies before those of our sworn comrades. Of all the point, perhaps, until you stop to consider the terrible fate that has befallen Garlemald, I wouldn't wish that on anyone. In any case, they're the reason we're here in the first place, so it's our duty to lend them what aid we can. But as we've seen, they're still very reluctant. Oh, listen to me ramble on. Anyway, for your part in making our lives a little more bearable, please accept this as a token of my gratitude. And so, we'll get our experience, 895 gil, and a pewter necklace. And away he goes. And so, that takes care of the side quests in Camp Broken Glass for now, which means it's time to make our way back over to where the main quest is.